I knew that it was going to be a science show that also had as much entertainment as possible built into it. So I knew, but it was foggy. I didn't have structure for it. And the thing that was also missing is I didn't have a host in mind. I didn't know who was actually going to do it. I knew that I could write it, and I knew that I could direct it and get it shot, but I didn't have that linchpin that was really going to make it work, and that was really worrisome. And as I went into starting to write the pilot episodes, I kind of invented somebody in my head that didn't exist, thinking, okay, I'm gonna write for this unknown person, and we'll see what happens. And then I went to pitch the idea to some folks that we knew, because we had connections in the business. We knew that a company that made commercials that we knew wanted to move in a long format, and so I went and I pitched the idea, and they said right there on the spot that they would fund 2 episodes on film. That shows how much we knew. I mean, we didn't even know how to use video, so we're going to shoot on film, 60 millimeter. And they said, but the condition is that you have to be the host. And I said, no, that's not smart. And I turned down the deal and left and got down to the elevators, and it was like, oh, crap, what did I just do? Okay, I'll be in the pilots, and then we'll raise enough money to get real talent. And so I agreed, and I didn't get to direct that was the other condition, is they wanted me to write them, but they didn't want me to direct them. So one of the partners of that company directed the pilots, and I hosted them. And then nothing happened for a long time.
Why did you think you weren't the right person to host the show?
Number one, no experience. No experience in front of a camera. As far as I know, there is not one frame of me on film or video before that date. And I even remember showing up to shoot the pilots on the first day, August 24th, 1997. And I remember getting there, having, memorized the script like a play, like I was doing freaking Macbeth. And I remember walking in, and we were shooting almost the whole thing Steadicam, and I remember passing the Steadicam to get on the other side of it, not the side that I was used to being on. And it suddenly dawned on me, I don't know that I can do this job. I have no idea. I don't know if I can do this. Hadn't really crossed my mind before. I just kind of assumed, yeah, I'll get by. I don't know, until the camera rolled, and then you just do it. I've been around cameras always, so I know how they move, I know how I need to move, I know what my frame is, I know where I need to be, so that part of the kind of the logistical quality of the job was simple. The rest of it, you just don't think about. And to get through a day of that, when you're trying to hit maybe, we would have shots where I would have to hit maybe 8 to 10 specific marks during one shot. So you're just trying to remember everything, and you're not thinking about anything else.
What do you think they saw in you to say you should be in front of the camera?
It was a passionate pitch. It was a good pitch. I mean, as I talked about it, I sold it. It had been in my head for a long time. I just hadn't thought about that. My thing was, food shows don't have to be boring. That there was a way to combine. We used to have a sign in the studio at my place that says, laughing brains are more absorbent. I believed, I had had a really miserable time in school, and I just believed that if you can entertain people, you can infect them with knowledge, like a virus. You can plant things in their head that they won't even know is there. And that good education is like good storytelling and good advertising all rolled together. You can use all of those things. And so I thought, if I could get science in there to give people actual power, to give people actual knowledge of understanding what's going on with food, because one thing I learned when I got to culinary school very quickly is I'm not a very good cook. I'm not a naturally gifted auteur in the kitchen, okay? I'm not Eric Ripert, I'm not Charlie Trotter, I'm none of those people. But if I can understand what the egg needs, I can make a better egg. And so my idea is to give people that understanding, because it's not about my food, it's about their food. You already know what a meatloaf is. You already know what a bowl of oatmeal is. What I want to do is infect you with what you need to know to make yours better. that was it. And if I can do that in a half hour of television that's fun to watch, nobody done that. So that was the idea.